Last night, Jimmy Kimmel Live turned into a blazing arena when Tom Hanks, America's cherished actor, was kicked off the set after a fiery confrontation with Jimmy Kimmel. A clash that left viewers stunned, the studio in chaos, social media erupting with the fallout. Sources say what began as a warm interview, with Hanks sharing tales from his storied career, spiraled into a heated showdown, with Kimmel's biting humor driving Hanks to a breaking point that ended in his ejection. A moment already the night's viral bombshell. Before we dive into this wild unraveling, drop a comment with where you're watching from. Hit subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories like this. Hanks, known for his everyman charm and Oscar-winning roles, strode onto the set with his trademark grin, ready to discuss his latest film, his enduring legacy. But Kimmel wasn't here for a cozy chat, opening with a cutting jab. "Tom, you're Hollywood's nice guy? Or just playing the part?" The quip, laced with edge, hit hard, and insiders say the audience felt it. Some chuckling, others tensing, as Hanks laughed thinly. "I'm the real deal, Jimmy. You're just a host." The tension flared fast. Kimmel rolled a clip of a lesser Hanks project, critics shrugging. "That's Tom's legacy," he smirked. "But is it gold or just gloss?" Hanks fired back, his voice steady. "It's gold, Jimmy. I connect. You jest." The crowd splitting, some cheering, others murmuring, as producers watched, sensing the segment veering off script. Friction brewing early. Sources say the room buzzed, Hanks's warmth held, but Kimmel's eyes glinted. He saw a crack, the stage set for a confrontation that would end with Hanks kicked off. What's got everyone hooked isn't just the start, it's how fast it turned fierce. Hanks leaned in. "You don't get my work, Jimmy. I'm telling stories. You're telling gags." And Kimmel struck. "Stories? You're stirring chaos." "Tom, I'll prove it," his jab personal, piercing. The crowd gasped, some shouted, others filmed, as the clash took a raw turn, with Hanks's smile fading, Kimmel's grin sharpening, the night charging toward a fiery, chaotic peak, the heat just starting to sear. The fiery confrontation on Jimmy Kimmel Live last night surged into a heated onslaught as Jimmy Kimmel, his wit a live spark, began tearing into Tom Hanks, America's cherished actor, with a series of sharp jabs that turned a warm interview into a volatile showdown, leaving the studio charged, producers on edge, Hanks' trademark charm starting to fray. Sources say after Hanks's earnest claim, "I'm telling stories," and his dismissal of Kimmel's gags, the host fired back with venom, fueling a clash that's already scorching the internet. Kimmel, his grin sly, zeroed in on Hanks's Hollywood shine. "Chaos, Tom? Your roles ring hollow, your charm's a crutch." His voice edged with sarcasm as he rolled a clip of a panned Hanks film, critics yawning, the crowd reacting fast, some chuckling, others murmuring, while Hanks's tone stiffened. "Hollow? I deliver heart, Jimmy. You deliver jabs." His retort firm, clipped, drawing cheers, boos from the divided audience, the tension thickening with every word. The host pressed harder. "Heart? Or just a rerun, Tom? You're a one-man comfort zone," sources say. Hank's eyes narrowed, his voice rising. "Rerun? I've shaped cinema, Jimmy. You've shaped bits." The comeback bold, strained, the crowd erupting, some shouting, "Go, Tom!" Others jeering, as producers whispered, "He's hooked," their headsets buzzing, the segment slipping from its friendly vibe, friction mounting. Kimmel grinned. "Bits? You're the act, Tom. Your fuse is lit." His jab cutting, personal, stoking Hanks's fire. What fueled the blaze wasn't just the taunts, it was Hanks's defiance, insiders report. He leaned forward. "Act? I've got soul, Jimmy. I'm touching lives. You're chasing laughs," his tone raw, intense, and Kimmel struck back. "Lives? You're touching flops, Tom. Look at you," pointing at his tense grip. The audience splitting wider, some chanting, Kimmel, Kimmel, others jeering, with phones filming, X posts surging. Hanks rattled, one read, racking up likes. As the clash grew fiercer, Hank's warmth slipping. The studio pulsed with heat. Sources say Hank's hands tightened on the desk. Flops? I'm a force, Jimmy. I'll outlast your snark. His voice trembling slightly, and Kimmel pounced. Force? You're a punchline now, Tom. Sparking live. His words ruthless, cutting. The crowd roaring, some standing, others yelling, while producers signaled a break, their hands waving, but Hanks pushed over. I'm not sparking. You're nothing. His bravado wobbling, the chaos swelling, with insiders noting, he's fraying. The night charging toward a fiery, explosive peak. Kimmel's assault, unrelenting. Jimmy Kimmel Live erupted into a blazing storm last night as Jimmy Kimmel, his wit a flamethrower, drove Tom Hanks, America's cherished actor, into a fiery confrontation, a relentless barrage turning a heated clash into a public breaking point. Leaving the studio tense, the audience divided, Hanks's charm crumbling under the pressure. Sources say Hanks's shaky vow, I'm not sparking, after defending his force, met Kimmel's ruthless taunt, igniting a meltdown that's now dominating every platform. Kimmel, his grin sharp, intensified his attack. Punchline, Tom? Your films are fluff. Your shine's a sham. His voice biting, mocking, as he flashed a montage. Hanks's box office duds, critic pans, the crowd reacting hard, some laughing, others gasping, while Hank's jaw clenched. Fluff? I'm a storyteller, Jimmy. You're a cynic. His voice loud, trembling, the audience surging, cheers clashing with boos, as producers watched, hands twitching, the live feed holding, tension soaring. The host dug deeper. Storyteller? You're stirring chaos, Tom. Look at the mess. His jab vicious, personal, and Hank snapped back. Chaos? I've built connection, Jimmy. You've built nothing. His words fierce, faltering with strain. The crowd splitting, some shouting. Rise up, Tom. Others jeering, with phones filming, X posts exploding. Hanks is shaken, one read, trending fast. Kimmel grinned. Connection. You're fading now, Tom. Your spark's slipping. Pointing at his flushed glare, the audience roaring, some chanting, break him, others pleading, ease up, as the chaos swelled. What turned the heat into a wildfire wasn't just the insults, it was Hank's fury. Insiders say he stood slamming the desk. Fading? I'm a force, Jimmy, I'll bury you. His tone raw, roaring. And Kimmel fired back. Force? You're a flop factory, Tom. Bury yourself. His taunt ruthless, the crowd splitting wider, some rushing the stage edge, others yelling, with clips hitting X. Hanks unhinged, racking up shares, as Hanks shouted, I'm not a flop, I'll crush you. His voice cracking with anger, hands pounding again, the room igniting. The studio became a tinderbox. Sources report producers signaled security, their voices urgent. He's hot. But Hanks pressed on. You're a nobody, Jimmy. I'm everything. His fury shaking, sweat beading as Kimmel stood. Everything? You're a tantrum, Tom. Crashing live. His command sharp, piercing, the crowd erupting. Some tossing cups, others live streaming, while Hanks roared, I'm not crashing. You're done. His voice thundering, eyes wild. The confrontation, peaking with insiders noting, he's over the edge. The night hurtling toward a fiery collapse. Kimmel's pressure unyielding. Jimmy Kimmel. Live hit its fiery zenith last night as Jimmy Kimmel, his wit a relentless blaze, drove Tom Hanks, America's cherished actor, into a chaotic collapse during a fiery confrontation, a brutal showdown spiraling into a breaking point. On live TV, leaving the studio in turmoil, viewers agape, the internet a wildfire of reaction. Sources say Hank's thundering roar, I'm not crashing, you're done, met Kimmel's final searing strike, sparking a meltdown that sealed his ejection. The night's peak, a raw, explosive eruption. Kimmel, his grin cold, landed a devastating blow. Crashing, Tom. Your star's a sham. You're the proof. His voice sharp, cruel, as he flashed a mock reel. Hank's film flops, lukewarm reviews, faded posters. The crowd reacting hard, some laughing, others gasping, while Hanks's face twisted. Sham? I'm a titan, Jimmy. You're a speck. His voice booming, fracturing with rage. The audience surging, cheers clashing with boos as producers watched, hands frozen. The live feed holding, chaos exploding. The host pressed harder. Titan. You're a tire fire, Tom. Burning live. His jab vicious, final. And Hanks lunged forward. Fire? I've built connection. You've built nothing. His words furious, eyes blazing. With Kimmel pouncing. Connection? You're a meltdown. Tom, your spark's toast. Pointing at his trembling frame, the crowd roaring, some chanting, Fall, fall! Others shouting, Hold on! As phones filmed, ex-posts surging. Hank's done, one read, trending fast. Hanks roared, I'm not toast, you're trash. His hands slamming the desk, fury spilling, a bellow shaking the stage. The confrontation broke wide open. Insiders say Hanks stood fully. Trash? I'm a legend, Jimmy. I'll crush you. His voice raw, unhinged, as Kimmel leaned in. Legend? You're a mess, Tom. Crashing live. His taunt merciless. The audience surging, some standing, filming, others yelling, with clips hitting X instantly. Hank's meltdown live. One read, racking up shares. Another showing his roar. He's lost it, going viral, millions watching. Hanks shouted, I'm not a mess, you're nothing. His voice shaking, desk rattling, the chaos overwhelming, his control gone. What sealed the ejection was Hanks's unraveling. Sources report he ripped off his mic. I'm done with this. You're dead. His voice a mix of rage, exhaustion, hurling the mic at the floor. The crash resounding while Kimmel laughed. Dead? You're the wreck, Tom. Get out. His words brutal, final. The crowd erupting, some rushing the stage, others chanting, Kick him! As security lunged, grabbing Hanks, who thrashed, Let me go, I'll walk. His fury blazing. The confrontation, complete, with insiders saying, He's shattered. The night ending with his exit. Kimmel's triumph absolute. Jimmy Kimmel. Live descended into sheer pandemonium last night as Tom Hanks, America's cherished actor, was kicked off the set after a fiery confrontation, his thrashing, roaring exit on live TV leaving the studio in shambles. Viewers stunned, the internet exploding with the fallout of a clash that broke him live. Sources say Hanks's furious cry, Let me go, I'll walk, as he tore free from security, marked the end of his stand, with Kimmel's cool triumph resounding, the night's chaos hitting a blazing peak. Hanks, fury unleashed, broke from security's grasp. I'll walk, I'll walk. His voice a ragged bellow, storming toward the exit, his frame tense, face flushed, as Kimmel stood, arms crossed. Get out, Tom, your mess is done. His taunt sharp, victorious, the crowd roaring, some cheering. Gone, gone, others gasping. No, Tom, while security trailed, hands hovering, unable to halt his stomping retreat. The live feed capturing every wild stride, his figure vanishing into the wings, a tempest fading under the studio lights. The audience lost all control. Insiders say some surged forward, phones flashing, filming Hanks's stormy exit. Others pounded seats, shouting, He's out, while a few cried support. Hanks forever. The room a clash of noise, with producers stunned, their headsets buzzing. He's off. Keep it live, one stammered. The broadcast holding, showing the wrecked desk where Hanks once sat. now a testament to his collapse. Kimmel leaned in. "That's the Hanks exit, folks. All charm, no hold." His voice dripping mockery, sparking roars, laughter, as chaos reigned, some tossing cups, others live streaming, the energy untamed. What turned this moment into a spectacle wasn't just the rage, it was Hanks's downfall. Sources report his last snarl. "I'll bury you," roared as he vanished, barely audible, his defiance drowned in anger, while Kimmel waved, "Bury me? You buried yourself, Tom. See ya." His final barb ruthless. The crowd splitting wider, cheers crashing against boos, with X exploding, clips of Hank's frantic exit trending. "He's done," one post read, racking up shares. Another of his mic toss, Kimmel kicked him, going viral, millions watching the wreckage loop. Insiders say producers let it roll. The ratings spike a goldmine. The chaos too hot to cut. The immediate aftermath slammed hard. Hanks's team scrambled backstage. Sources hint he raged into a corner. "This isn't over." His voice a furious rasp, aides rushing to shield him while Kimmel strutted. "That's how you boot a star," he quipped to the crowd. Their cheers deafening, some surging the stage, others filming, as security cleared the wings. The night's end, a smoldering wreck. Online the tide turned fast. Hanks crashed. One thread read, "Kimmel's king." Another claimed, with analysts noting, "He broke him live." The host's win locked. The fallout poised to blaze on. A storm just beginning. The fallout from Tom Hanks' ejection from Jimmy Kimmel Live last night, after a fiery confrontation, has unleashed a torrent of reaction, with America's cherished actor's stormy exit ending in his furious backstage roar, "This isn't over," turning a live TV clash into a global spectacle, leaving Hanks' golden image in tatters, Kimmel's victory blazing, the internet, airwaves buzzing with takes that won't fade. Sources say what began as a heartfelt defense of his career ended with Hanks kicked off. His downfall a viral blaze, the clash's ripples shaking everything in its path. Hanks' backstage rage landed like a spark. Insiders report he paced, fists clenched. "This isn't over." His voice a raw snarl, aides hustling him out as cameras swarmed, while X erupted. His statement, "I'll keep shining," posted later, pulling 140,000 likes, but swamped by replies. "You crashed, Tom," trending fast, with clips of his stormy exit, mic toss looping millions of times. "Hanks booted," a viral thread claimed. Memes of his retreat captioned, "Hollywood, tantrum," flooding TikTok, Instagram. Supporters rallied. "He's a hero, they're cruel," one post pleaded. But the tide surged, his reputation bruised. Kimmel's camp soaked in the glory. Sources say his next show opened with, "We had Hanks, he flared, I floored him." His quip smug, victorious, pulling record ratings, a 65% surge, snagging viewers hooked on the chaos, while insiders hint he's gloating. "He burned, I won." His team buzzing, eyeing more bold strikes, with analysts noting, "He owned it," though some whisper, "Hanks plotting." The triumph edged with risk. The crowd's cheers echoed, "Kimmel rules," ringing online, locking his edge sharper. The internet split like a fault line. Hanks fans mourned. "They ambushed him. He's gold," one X-post read, racking up shares, while critics feasted. "Hanks is a loud flop," another hit viral status, with debates raging. "Was it fair?" Trending, clips of his fury dissected. "He snapped," one pundit said. "Kimmel played it perfect," another added, predicting a PR hit for his projects. Film chatter spiking, his brand singed. Sources say Hanks holed up, fuming, with talk of a counterstrike, maybe a public interview. His silence loud, the ejection a scar that's sticking. The ripple effects are seismic. Late nights rattled. Experts call it a shift. Kimmel flipped the script or fried it, one said. Networks eyeing riskier guests or tighter control, risking fade if they misstep, while viewers divide, half cheer. He fell to star, half cringe. Too harsh. The clash, a cultural burn. Hank's fall, Kimmel's peak, etched in viral lore. This isn't over. It's a fuse. Hanks's comeback, Kimmel's next play, set to ignite, so stay tuned. If you're hooked on this madness, smash that subscribe button now. Don't miss the next blaze.